General Hospital spoilers. Drew's shooter's identity revealed. It's a woman. ABC General Hospital spoilers. In the world of General Hospital, mysteries are born in silence and revealed with thunder. Over the past few weeks, one enigma has captured Port Charles and its fans across the world. Who shot Drew Cain? The answer, it seems, is even more shocking than anyone imagined. Sources close to the show confirm the shooter is a woman, and not just any woman. Her identity will send ripples through every corner of the canvas, shattering alliances, breaking hearts, and rewriting destinies. As the truth unfolds, General Hospital promises an explosive series of confrontations, betrayals, and revelations that will leave fans gasping. Let's dive deep into how this storyline built up, who the likely suspect is, and what it means for the lives of Drew, Carly, Nina, Sam, and others connected to this tangled web of vengeance and pain. When Drew Cain was gunned down outside the Port Charles Harbor warehouse, the city trembled. It wasn't just another mob hit or a random act of violence. This was personal. Drew had recently made enemies in both business and personal realms. His partnerships, military past, and close ties to Jason and Carly made him a target from multiple sides. Police reports initially suggested it was a professional hit, clean, calculated, and done with precision. But there was one detail the authorities didn't release. The shooter hesitated for a fraction of a second before pulling the trigger, as if torn between loyalty and vengeance. That moment of human hesitation would later become the key clue that led investigators and fans to a shocking realization. This wasn't just business. It was heartbreak. Before the truth surfaces, the General Hospital writers have expertly woven a tapestry of deception. Viewers have seen Jason Morgan suspected first, since his sudden reappearance coincided eerily with Drew's ambush. Rumors swirled that Jason was covering for someone, possibly acting under WSB orders or protecting a deeper secret tied to Drew's old missions. Then, attention shifted to Brennan, the elusive spy with ties to both the WSB and the criminal underworld. His cryptic words to Anna, "You'll never see her coming," now carry chilling weight. Could he have been foreshadowing the truth all along? Other suspects emerged. Valentin Cassadine, with his history of manipulation, Cyrus Renault, ever the opportunist, even Selena Wu, who wanted control over Aurora Media. But all of these were misdirections designed to lead us astray. Because the real shooter is someone much closer to Drew's heart. It starts quietly, an unassuming scene in General Hospital's October sweeps. Drew, recovering in his hospital bed, experiences a flashback. The night of the shooting returns to him piece by piece, the glint of a bracelet, the scent of a familiar perfume, the sound of a woman's gasp. And then it hits him. The shooter wasn't a stranger. It was someone who once swore to love him. It was Jordan Ashford. Yes, General Hospital spoilers confirm that Jordan is revealed as Drew's shooter, though the reasons behind it are complex, tragic, and far from black and white. For months, Jordan has been on a slow descent into moral conflict. Her frustration with the corruption in Port Charles, her strained loyalty to law enforcement, and her complicated feelings for Curtis and Drew have built a storm inside her. After Curtis' shooting left him paralyzed, Jordan's grief curdled into rage, not at fate, but at the people she believed were responsible for dragging her loved ones into danger. In private moments, Jordan began blaming Drew and Carly. She felt that Drew's involvement in Aurora's intelligence connections and his defiance of the WSB triggered the chain of events that nearly destroyed Curtis's life. Her once calm and disciplined nature cracked under the pressure of guilt and loss. In a moment of desperation, she confronted Drew at the docks, demanding he reveal who leaked classified WSB intel that led to Brennan's operation collapsing. Drew refused, calling her paranoid. The argument escalated. Then came the gunshot, not premeditated, not cold, but in the heat of emotional chaos. When the truth breaks, the entire town erupts in disbelief. Jordan, the respected former police commissioner, the woman of integrity, becomes a symbol of shattered ideals. Carly's reaction is one of explosive rage. She visits Jordan in the PCPD holding cell, her voice trembling with fury. "You looked me in the eye every day, Jordan. You told me you wanted justice for Drew. And all along, it was you. You shot him and then had the nerve to act like his savior." For Carly, it's not just betrayal, it's the loss of trust in someone she once considered an ally. Her words cut deep, but Jordan doesn't defend herself. She simply whispers, "You'll never understand what guilt does to a person when love dies." No one is more devastated than Curtis Ashford. When he learns the truth, it's like reliving his own shooting all over again. He stands in his apartment, shaking his head, whispering, "Jordan, what did you do?" For all their complicated history, love, lies, forgiveness, Curtis still believed in her moral compass. Now, he feels the foundation of his world crumble. Trina, watching from the doorway, sees her stepfather's heart break in real time. Anna Devane, who once mentored Jordan, finds herself in an impossible position. As the current head of the WSB task force in Port Charles, she must take official action. Yet emotionally, she's torn. Jordan was one of the best, Anna confides to Dante. And now I have to arrest her for attempted murder. The system we both believed in, it's eating us alive. Anna's decision to personally lead Jordan into custody creates one of the most powerful General Hospital moments in years. Two women of justice on opposite sides of the same line. Just when fans start processing the truth, another twist emerges. Was Jordan truly acting alone? As Dante digs deeper, he uncovers evidence suggesting that Jordan's gun wasn't loaded with her bullets. Forensic reports reveal a mismatch. Someone tampered with her weapon before the shooting. Suddenly, what looked like an impulsive act of violence begins to look like a calculated setup. Who would want to frame Jordan Ashford? The answer points toward someone equally formidable, Nina Reeves. Ever since her life unraveled, losing Willow's trust, her marriage to Sonny hanging by a thread, and Drew threatening to expose her second involvement again, Nina's been on edge. But what if that edge turned deadly? Recent GH spoilers hint that Nina may have orchestrated a silent alliance with Brennan to teach Drew a lesson. What she didn't anticipate was how far things would spiral out of control. By manipulating Jordan emotionally, leaking misinformation about Drew's WSB ties, and placing her in a vulnerable psychological state, Nina set the stage for the perfect storm. If this theory holds, it paints Nina not as the trigger puller, but as the puppeteer. And once that truth comes out, Sonny's reaction will redefine their relationship forever. While Drew survives the shooting, he's left haunted by the betrayal. For weeks, he battles PTSD, flashbacks, and a loss of purpose. The man who once thrived on discipline now finds himself drifting. His anger at Jordan wars with the empathy he feels, because deep down, Drew knows she didn't act out of hate, but heartbreak. In a powerful hospital scene, Drew confides in Sam. "I looked into her eyes, Sam. I saw regret the second she fired. She didn't mean to kill me, she meant to punish herself." Sam, ever the voice of clarity, replies softly, "Then the punishment's already begun." As the news spreads, the community fractures. Some rally around Jordan, claiming she's another casualty of Port Charles corruption. Others demand her prosecution. Laura Collins calls for compassion, urging the court to consider Jordan's mental state. "We've all made choices in the dark that haunt us," Laura says during a city council meeting. Sonny Corinthos, on the other hand, sees things differently. "You shoot one of mine, you pay. I don't care who you are." His quiet threat sends chills through viewers, and leaves fans wondering if Sonny will take matters into his own hands. Alexis Davis sees a legal goldmine in defending Jordan, even as she wrestles with her own ethics. "Everyone wants justice, until it's someone they love," she remarks, perfectly summing up the emotional chaos of the moment. ABC's General Hospital promises a gripping courtroom showdown. With Robert Scorpio as the prosecutor and Alexis Davis defending Jordan, the trial becomes a reflection of Port Charles itself, a town caught between justice and mercy. During the trial, shocking testimony emerges. Brennan's name surfaces. So does Nina's. And when footage from a hidden surveillance camera reveals Nina meeting with Brennan 2 nights before the shooting, the courtroom gasps in disbelief. "Are you telling this court that Mrs. Reeves orchestrated an event that nearly killed Mr. Kane?" Robert asks coldly. Alexis responds, "I'm saying Mrs. Reeves manipulated a grieving woman into doing her dirty work. And that's not justice, that's exploitation." The jury's faces tell the story: confusion, sympathy, horror. General Hospital fans can expect this to stretch across several episodes, with emotional breakdowns, shocking confessions, and possibly even a kidnapping twist before the verdict is delivered. Once Nina's role comes to light, Sonny's fury is volcanic. His voice trembles with betrayal as he confronts her in their penthouse. "You used someone's pain to cover your own lies. You crossed a line you can't come back from." Nina pleads for forgiveness, insisting she never meant for Drew to be hurt. But Sonny's silence says it all. Their love, once passionate and redemptive, lies in ashes. Carly, on the other hand, finally breathes again. Though she's heartbroken by the chaos, she reclaims her strength. Her line to Sam sums up her new resolve. Every time they try to destroy us, we rise higher. Drew survived. And now it's time we remind them who we are. Carly's leadership in rebuilding Aurora, while supporting Drew's recovery, sets the stage for a powerful comeback arc for both characters. Just when viewers think the mystery is over, General Hospital drops one final bombshell. Brennan wasn't the mastermind. He was just another pawn. In the episode's final moments, a shadowy figure is shown watching news coverage of Nina's arrest on a private monitor. She smiles, a familiar, icy grin that fans recognize instantly. It's Olivia Jerome. Long believed dead, Olivia reveals herself alive and thriving, manipulating events from afar. Port Charles thought it had seen the last of me, she purrs. But this was only the beginning. Her motive? Revenge, against both Drew and the Corinthos organization that destroyed her empire. By using Jordan, Nina, and Brennan as her pawns, Olivia has returned to reclaim her throne. The screen fades to black on her chilling final words. Blood for blood. Betrayal for betrayal. Following these revelations, General Hospital spoilers tease a dark new chapter. Jordan's fate. Rumors suggest she may strike a plea deal to testify against Nina and Brennan. But will she survive long enough? A mysterious car explosion outside the courthouse might say otherwise. Nina's redemption arc. While she faces criminal charges, the show is reportedly planning a long-term redemption storyline for Nina, one that forces her to face her own demons and reconcile with Willow in a new, unexpected way. Drew and Carly reborn. Their bond deepens through tragedy, creating a potential Car-Drew resurgence. With Aurora thriving again and Drew recovering, fans could see them re-emerge as Port Charles' new power couple. Olivia Jerome's master plan. The return of Olivia sets up the next major storyline arc, rumored to involve the kidnapping of a Corinthos family member and the unveiling of a hidden Cassadine-Jerome alliance. Anna's struggle. Anna faces professional and moral consequences for her connection to Jordan's downfall. The WSB may recall her for questioning, opening the door for another espionage arc tied to Brennan's unfinished business. In General Hospital, power often lies in the hands of women, and this storyline proves it once again. From Jordan's moral fall to Nina's desperate scheming and Olivia Jerome's resurrection, the women of Port Charles are reshaping the entire landscape of the show. Drew's shooter being revealed as a woman isn't just a twist, it's a commentary on the blurred lines between justice, love, and vengeance. It's about how pain can transform even the strongest into strangers to themselves. As one GH insider teased, this storyline isn't about who pulled the trigger, it's about what happens when guilt, grief, and manipulation combine. Everyone in Port Charles will pay a price. And as for the audience, buckle up. Because when General Hospital plays its hand, and it's a woman holding the gun, nothing will ever be the same again.